What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Kenzie Gamefowl from the Gamefowl Life YouTube channel, man. Back at you with another exclusive video. Make sure you hit that like button, that thumbs up. It's free. Do it for me. Subscribe and hit the notification bell so you stay notified when we drop these videos, man. You're not going to miss it. We give y'all grade A Gamefowl information with a little bit of sarcasm and a little bit of fun times, a little sprinkled in there, man. But y'all lock in with me. Drop a comment below. Let me know what y'all think about this. But we're going back to story time, guys. I was just out here. I'm watering the chickens, man. And I thought about this story, and I said, man, I need to go ahead and make this video before I forget about it. You feel me? You see it? But, nah, so some years back, this was years ago. This was probably maybe 6-7 years ago. I met this guy, and I ain't gonna say his name, because he might see the video, and I ain't want to hurt his feelings, even though it was wrong. And then I ain't want nobody trying to bash him or nothing, so I'm gonna leave him unnamed right there. But there was this guy, and he had wanted to get into chickens, and he knew me when we became friends. And long story short, it became a time to where I was like, you know what? I knew he never had the money to buy the chickens from me, but he always acted like he wanted to hang with me. He would come to the chicken yard. He would this and that, you know, and then he would get a few chickens from other people, but they would be crap and stuff like that. So I could tell the guy was actually, he just want some chickens for me to give them to him and then sell them and say, hey, I got Kenzie's chickens here at $300. No, he wasn't trying to do that. He was actually interested in it. So, you know, after a while, you know, I said, man, we're gonna try him out, see how he does. And then after a while, I was like, you know what? I think I gave him a rooster first. I gave him a rooster, and then like I gave him some hens. And I've done this for quite a few people, so you won't be able to figure it out. If you are watching the person I'm talking about, you won't be able to figure it out because I've did this to many people. Good people though that I thought were good. Some of them turned out great. Some of them didn't turn out too good. And but anyway, so after a while, you know, I ended up giving him a rooster, and then I think I ended up giving him some hens later on after that, like some months after that. And now, he did have them for a while. He actually raised up stags and pullets off of them, and he was doing his own thing with them, man. He was actually doing good with them. And then I didn't hear from him for a while. Now, there wasn't no particular reason why I didn't hear from him for a while, but it was just, you know, for some reason we had just left, you know, got out of communication with each other. It wasn't a long time. Maybe it was, you know, 3-4 weeks. He showed back up. What's up, man? Oh, everything was good. Stu had his birds and everything. And man, come on back around, man. You know, where you been at? Blah, blah, blah. Oh, man, you know, I've been working. He had got a job and stuff because his car had broke down, and then he had showed up with a new car. So I was like, all right, man, good. You back on your feet. Proud of you, man. And he had a job. He had started working and everything, so everything was going good for him. So about a week later, he come up to the house. And, you know, we talking, man, you know, he's talking about the birds he had made crosses of, the stags he had got running around. Said he had some pullets and stags on the yard that he needed to pin up, but he was going to build some pens. And he was asking me, did I have any, like, extra wire or anything? And at the time, I didn't. I think I had a couple extra 2x4s that I had gave him that he took home with him. Well, fast forward. About a month later, he comes up to the house, man. I start talking about his chickens, man. I seen his head drop down, and I'm like, that was weird. You know, I ain't never seen that before coming from you like that. What's wrong, man? Is everything going good? He's like, man, I'm only down to one rooster now. And I'm like, what? Because he had like 15, 20 of them. And he was like, yeah, man, I'm only down to one rooster now, and he's running the yard. I got some hens out there though. I think that's it. And then I'm like, what happened to all your chickens? He was like, man, I don't know, man. They just started dying out of nowhere. He was like, man, I know. He was like, I was feeding them, man. He was like, I was going out there every other day, you know, throwing them food. And as soon as he said that, I was like, excuse me, what'd you say? You went out there when? He was like, man, you know, I went out there every other day, man, and I made sure, you know, they had food. So you feed a chicken a day, then skip a day, then feed a chicken again. And you are really surprised that they died? So let me get this straight. So in a week, you only feed your chickens 3 times. No wonder why they all died. Dummy. I mean, come on, dude. How would you like for somebody to feed you every other day? I mean, that's what I don't get, guys. I don't get how some people can actively just treat any animal like that, like dogs, the emaciated dogs that you see like on the TV or chained to somebody's steps, and you can count every single rib on him and every bone in his body. Like, dude, let the animal go. Give it to somebody. Take it to the shelter. I mean, why would you sit there and torture an animal, put it through that excruciation, hunger, pain, where they basically just sit there and starve to death? You know what I mean? For what? Like, dude, they would have been better off you taking them down the road and throwing them on the side of the road in the woods. They would have had a better chance of living than just being in a square pen with no food's coming to them. So after that, man, long story short, I didn't give him no more chickens after that. We really ain't talked too much after that. I mean, I ain't got no hard feelings for him. I mean, it was his chickens. I hated that happened, but it wasn't me, and I couldn't control it. You know what I mean? So for all you people out there that thinking that you can feed the chickens every other day, you can't do it. You got to feed the chickens every day, man. Now, you might be able to skip one day a week, but chickens need to be fed at least 6 days a week, man, or they won't make it. And that's with anything. That's your dogs, that's your wife, that's your kids. You cannot just skip 3 or 4 days a week, man, and think your chickens are going to be healthy, in good shape, or even livable. They're going to be dead. You're going to go out there and there's going to be tombstones all in your chicken pens. They're going to be croaked over, man. Don't do that. You got to give them water and feed every single day. So that was just a little story time I wanted to, tell y'all. I know it wasn't a good old story time. It's actually a bad story time, man. But some of these things people got to know out there, and they got to know what, some of these people are going through and what they're doing and what not to do. That's how you get information, man. That's how you get knowledge, by looking at. A wise man always told me, a stupid person learns from his own mistakes, but a wise man learns from somebody else's mistakes. So y'all take that as a lesson, or y'all can put that in your back pocket and fart on it. I don't care. But nah, man, make sure y'all like and subscribe to the YouTube channel, man. Visit thegamefowlife.com already. If you haven't already, get you some merch. We just added 5 new items to the website today, man. Exclusive, the best Gamefowl material that's out right now, man. Y'all support the business, support the Gamefowl Life, and we'll be back at y'all with another one.